Let's pay homage to the lineage gurus. Homage to the Venerable Mang Liao Ming. Homage to Master Sakya Tsongkhong. Homage to His Holiness the 16th Karmapa. And homage to Master Dukden Dorji. Homage to the three jewels of the altar. Homage to the main deity of the group practice today, Mahajundi Buddha Mother, Sumu, Tansen Kato Tutan Siddhi, all Dharma masters, Dharma educators, Dharma teachers, Dharma instructors, Dharma tutors, directors of temples and chapters, and all disciples present here and over the internet. Good evening, how do you do? Today we practice Jundi Buddha Mother. And she is one of the 8 primary deities. This deity when we were young, she has 18 arms, right? We refer to her as the 18-armed Avalokitesvara or Kuan Yin. Other than the 1,000-eyed, 1,000-armed Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, the most revered Avalokitesvara is the 18-armed Avalokitesvara, which is Jundi Buddha Mother. And her Vajra name is the pure Vajra. In to be pure is not an easy thing. And what is to be pure? According to what's written in the TBSN Sutra, having no thought is being pure. The sky is pure. We often say non-arising and non-ceasing, no birth and no death. So what is this non-arising or no birth? It refers before a thought is arising. It's called unborn or non-arising. And what is non-ceasing? After a thought disappears, it's called non-ceasing. This is spoken in Zen Buddhism. Non-arising is before a thought arises, and non-ceasing is after a thought has passed. That is non-ceasing. This was spoken in Zen Buddhism. This is not by me. So what is the purest? Having no thought is the purest. That's why sometimes it's very difficult to explain purity. When nothing exists, that's purity. And she's referred as the pure Vajra. So that means that her meditative stability must be excellent. In a while, I will talk about meditation in the Vimalakirti Sutra. Many people talking about the Vimalakirti Sutra, and I have expounded Vimalakirti Sutra for how long? And Vimalakirti has not come on stage. It's been so long. So we have to call upon him multiple times before he appears. That sounds like constipation. Let me share some jokes. The girl living next door said that her light bulb's broken. It's too high. So she asked Xiaoming, the next door, living next door, to change the light bulb. And Xiaoming helped her. It's so high. It's high up there. How do you change the light bulbs? Oh, with the ladder. And Xiaoming climbed up and changed the light bulb. And he asked her, "Don't you have a boyfriend?" And she replied, "Yes, I have." "So why don't you ask him to change the light bulbs?" And the girl replied, "It's too high. I don't want him to fall down." She doesn't care if Xiaoming fell down, but she only cares for her boyfriend. If a man loves you without cosmetics, the way you are, and doesn't matter how ugly you are, he never undermine you, and he's happy when you gain weight, and he's concerned when you lose weight, And when you have no money, he would give you money without a second word. Remember, that man is your dad, your father, your daddy. It makes a lot of sense. Xiaoming is writing a composition and the title is Being Mistreated. And he got the exam with a score of 90 and thinking that Dad would praise me. But when Dad saw 90, Dad beat Xiaoming and accused him of adding the 0 to the exam. You must edit the 0 yourself. And I feel really wrong because I did not add the 0. I added the 9. So he got 0. So he added the 0, not the 9, not the 0. A question from Malaysia. Lotus so because he or she said, please do not disclose my name. How come nowadays everybody don't want their names to be disclosed? Wholeheartedly, I pay homage to the lineage root Guru. Peace be with you. Your foolish disciple would like to ask the Guru Buddha, how should we view the statement, everything is the best arrangement? One time I scrolled through Facebooks and I saw a post by a Dharma brother criticizing someone who said everything is the best arrangement when faced with the successive deaths of loved ones. So one commented that this phrase, everything is the best arrangement, is an enlightenment statement. If it is not said by an unenlightened person, it would be like a parrot. And another person commented that Grandmaster's statement, everything is the best arrangement, is an enlightenment statement, an honorable statement. Using this respectable statement of enlightenment as a pet phrase is like the Zen saying, seeing the mountains as not mountains. The Zen saying and enlightenment statement is not related to negativities. Can you please teach us? Everything is the best arrangement. He asked me to teach or to give Dharma teaching on this phrase. How should I say it? I will say it this way. I'll take myself as an example. recently, for over a month, almost 2 months now, after coming back from Taiwan, when I was in Taiwan, my health was good, my energy was high, and when I just came back to America, I was also healthy and energetic. And over a month ago, or almost 2 months, actually, I only have one family doctor, Dr. Gore. He did a medical checkup and said everything is good. Okay. This is the mudra of Sakyamuni Buddha. Okay. All scores are good. But one time he referred me to Dr. King. Dr. Gore is my family doctor, and he referred me to Dr. King, who is helping me to manage my blood pressure medication. And he sent me a note. Please stop using your current blood pressure medication. In the year 2022, all my blood pressures were normal. It's all below 130 and below. He wanted me to stop his medication and change into a new medicine. And I thought if they're similar, it's no big deal. I can just take the newly prescribed medicine. But as soon as I take it, oh heavens. My grandma. My blood pressure became 170. And my legs are swollen. It's so swollen, they're like bread. And I had diarrhea. And I thought, maybe a few days, fine. And swollen legs and high blood pressure. So we reflected back that these things are happening now. And Dr. King changed into another medicine. And with the second medicine, the swell disappeared, but the blood pressure was still high, 160 to 170. And I still had diarrhea. So I've been having diarrhea for over a month. And the blood pressure has never come down. This is all the best arrangement. It made me weak. I feel so weak and tired. And Dr. King referred me to a cardiologist. And the cardiologist changed me into the third medicine. But the blood pressure is still high. He doubled the medicine prescribed by Dr. King. So double the doses, but the blood pressure still high and the diarrhea is still there, never stopped. And I took some Chinese medicine, 真丸, 保济丸. Ate the whole bottle of it. Still didn't cure it. Feel no energy at all. So it really is the best arrangement to make me so weak. So I cannot roam around. If I am powerful, then I would go all over the place. So now, the best arrangement is I sleep so well because I have no energy and feel weak, and now I have itch in my throat. But that's also the best arrangement. So I speak softer now. I speak softer. And I lost weight too. My waist is almost gone. I used to be very stocky and thick. But now my waist has become slim. My abdomen has also decreased. So I will not be like, if you have big abdomen, then you have short life. So now my abdomen is smaller, so I would live longer. So that's the best arrangement. And my face has lost weight, so my eyes become bigger. There used to be one big and one small eye, but now they're all the same. Because I feel so weak, I have no bad thoughts at all. In the past, when I see a beautiful lady, I would take a look, but now, now I feel so powerless, even when I still have breath. So this is the best arrangement. It must be the arrangement of Golden Mother. At this time, the only thought I have is the wish to have normal blood pressure. My thoughts are very pure. It really is. I'm really pure Vajra. No improper thoughts at all. With such a high blood pressure, over 160s, 170, and I feel so weak all over my body, and I have to go to the bathroom frequently. So my guts are also very clear. So whatever I eat is all gone. Of course, my guts are clean. Because whatever I eat, I let it out right away. So the intestines are clean, the brain is clean, and I don't have any running thoughts. So at such a time to enter samadhi, you will definitely enter samadhi and we just sleep, and you have no thought arising whatsoever. And ultimately you would, or eventually you would receive Dharma taste. It's the best arrangement. So sometimes you think you're young and great and energetic and powerful, but if you're sick, then you know how weak a human being is. You think that you have cultivated really well, and you have great energy, and only when you're sick you would understand or empathize the suffering of sicknesses. And Simu suffered 100 times more than I do. But she can handle it. But as for me, for only a month, almost 2 months, and I can't stand it anymore. But thinking back, this is to let me sympathize or understand the suffering of Simu and the sufferings of the sick people. Only by being sick yourself you would understand the suffering of the sick people. Then you can generate the empathy and sympathy. So you understand. So this is all the best arrangement to let you be sick, and you think you're 18, but turn it around. You don't know that you're almost 80. What, 18? So facing successive deaths of loved ones, that's also the best arrangement. The grandfather died, and father died. And before we die, the elder brother died first, and then younger brother died. So if one by one they die, that's also success. That's also the best arrangement of a human life. Actually, death is also a good thing. You don't want to drag it on. If you can die swiftly and perfectly, that's the most perfect arrangement. We hope, and Grandmaster too hopes, that in the future, before death, I don't want to stay in the hospital for years. In Taiwanese, have you heard of it? Cantonese, of course, don't know. like you are dealing with your poops and pees all over you. I mean, you can't even handle your own poops and pees. And to be in the hospital, that's very pitiable. So by being sick ourselves, we would be empathetic and more sympathetic towards the sick people. This is another play of words about death and not about poo. In my opinion, it's like we're all lined up, and then the older ones would die first, and the younger ones die later. If you die in succession, that's good. And you want to die fast and not slow, that would be the best arrangement. So what I meant, everything is the best arrangement. That's my answer to this disciple in Malaysia. Everything that happens is a teaching to me. I always think that I am 18 or 19. I forgot that I'm almost 80. But once you're sick, you would know. There's nothing you can do. So you need to warn ourselves that time is short. There's not much time left. So it's the best arrangement. There's a native in Taiwan. In America, that would be the American Indians. And in Taiwan too, we have many natives. Use a very long straw to drink sake or rice wine. In Japan, it's called sake. And someone saw him and asked, "Why do you use straw to drink the wine? Usually they just use cups. Very rarely people would use straw." And the natives did. Because the doctors told me to keep a distance from the wines. That's pretty funny. The wife is very fierce, and the lovers is so sweet. So a man asked the Zen master, "The wife is so aggressive and fierce to me, but my lover is so kind and caring. What should we do?" The Zen master replied very calmly, "Never believe in the what's that called? In the party, in the wild party, because as soon as they get elected, they're all the same." The party. Now we will talk about the Vimalakirti Sutra. Henceforth, accumulated treasures, the Bodhisattvas adopt straight mind to embark on the cultivation. Through cultivation, they attain deep mind. By adopting deep mind, they tame. By taming the mind, they cultivate accordingly. Through all the cultivation, they dedicate the merits. By dedicating the merits, they are endowed with skillful means. Through this skillful means, they bring sentient beings to attainments. The attainment of the sentient beings is the purity of the Buddha verse. By following the pure Buddha verse, the Dharma teaching is pure. Pure Dharma teachings means pure wisdom. Pure wisdom is pure mind. When the mind is pure, all merit is pure. Therefore, accumulated treasure, if a bodhisattva wishes to attain the Pure Land, then they should purify their mind. By purifying the mind, the Buddha verse is pure. This is the words spoken by Sakyamuni Buddha. This is the summary, the conclusion spoken by Sakyamuni Buddha. And before, he said that if a bodhisattva is this way, then the Pure Land is this way. And from this excerpt, you can tell there's cause and effect. With whatever cause, there would be the corresponding effect. Because you have straight mind, then you can embark on the cultivation. The straight mind is the cause, and the cultivation is the fruit or the effect. And by cultivating, you attain deep mind. So the cause is the cultivation, and the fruit is the deep mind. By adopting the deep mind, you tame the mind. So when you have deep mind, you can tame the mind and consciousness. By taming the mind, your speech and conduct are the same. And then when your conduct and your speech are in compliance, then you can dedicate the merit. By dedicating the merits, then you're endowed with skillful means. Through skillful means, you can bring sentient beings to attainments. And when you can bring sentient beings to attainment, the purity of the Buddha verse. By following the pure Buddha verse, the Dharma teaching is pure. Pure Dharma teaching means pure wisdom. Pure wisdom is pure mind. When the mind is pure, all merit is pure. Therefore, accumulated treasure, if a bodhisattva wishes to attain the Pure Land, you should purify your mind. By purifying the mind, the Buddha verse is pure. Once you attain the purity of the mind, your Buddha verse is pure. So this is all about cause and effect. So how do we explain this passage? The summary spoken by Sakyamuni Buddha is to sum up what he talked about earlier. So what is straight mind? We have talked about that. Let me tell you. Let me use a different word. That's single-minded. One mind. One pointedly. You have no other mind, just one mind. Single-minded. So we talk about single-mindedness. then you would be able to attain deep mind. With one mind. In your meditation, of course, you start with one mind. After a long time, you would attain deep mind. Without single mind or one mind, you will not be able to attain deep mind. In meditation, what is deep mind? It means a deeper kind of meditation. That is deep mind. If you can be single-minded in your meditation, then you will not be chaotic. When you're not disorderly, then you can enter into deep meditation. That's why I said, when you chant the Buddha's name, you have to be single-minded in chanting. Then the Buddha's name will be effective or beneficial. So the Buddha's name is imprinted on the heart or mind. And the body and mind is focused. So you're single-minded. Because you're single-minded, your mind is being tamed. The mind is tamed. The mind will not have any delusive or distracting thoughts. So the mind or the thoughts can be tamed. Actually, human thoughts are very difficult to be tamed. They are like waves, ups and down, up and down. The mood swings, you're happy for a while and then you're very upset or very sad. Just keep changing. Within one day you have happiness and sadness and anger and back and forth and back and forth. It was clear sky and all of a sudden there's dark clouds and then thunders and lightnings and rain, and if it's colder there would be hails, and even colder so with snow or wind. It was clear sky. How come all of this happened all of a sudden? Because you may receive some insult. But some stimulation. So once you tame your mind, your conduct will follow your mind, and this is called spiritual cultivation. So when your actions or behaviors follow your single-mindedness, your one mind, your Buddha nature, that's called spiritual cultivation. So what you say and your actions are in compliance with each other. And then you dedicate the merit. And I have taught you about that. So what is merit dedication? You dedicating self to others. It's not just the wish for yourself to be good. You want everybody to be good. And you want to dedicate the applications to the concepts. So you want to gain a higher wisdom. And dedicating self to others, dedicating dedicating the cause to the effect of fruit. How come you know you weren't here listening? Oh, I was watching on the internet. Whom did you hear it from? Grandmaster. You're smart. If you said somebody else's. So dedicating the cause to the effect. If you have the cause for attaining Buddhahood, then you would have the fruit of attaining Buddhahood. Don't think that cause and effect, cause and fruit doesn't exist, because Buddha Dharma is never apart from cause and effect. Some people think that once they gain enlightenment, they are not affected by cause and effect. No, that would be nihilism. It's no good to be partial toward emptiness, and also not good to go to the extreme of existence. So it has to be harmonized between emptiness and existence. Some people say enlightenment is about emptiness, right? Since everything is empty, how can there be cause and effect? No, that's wrong. Buddha Dharma is not that. It's not like that. It's not partial toward emptiness nor existence. So it is the middle path. All of this is about cause and effect, because there's merit dedication, there are convenience dharma, or skillful means. And because of this skillful means, you have methods to let sentient beings to cultivate spiritually and therefore have attainments. And when sentient beings have attainments, the Buddha verse is pure. When sentient beings have attainments, the Buddha verse is pure. And because the Buddha verse is pure, your Dharma teaching is pure. And because the Dharma teaching is pure, the wisdom that you gain is also pure. It's a pure wisdom. And when the wisdom is pure, your mind is pure. And when your mind is pure, all your merits are pure too. What is the merit? It's like spoken in the Vajra Sutra. You perform merit not for the sake of merit. So it's not, so you do it not because it has merit. In our spiritual cultivation, don't think of it as having merit, and only then it has merit. And this would be called pure merit. If you often say or think that, oh, this generate merits, this would generate great blessings or great fortune, and then you do it because of that, then those are with form. That's not for a true enlightenment and attainment. And only otherwise they'll be pure. So therefore, accumulated treasure bodhisattva, if a bodhisattva wishes to attain the Pure Land, they should purify their mind. If the mind is not pure, then the Buddha verse that you attain will not be pure either. But when your mind is pure, the Buddha verse that you attain will be pure. Because the mind is pure, the Buddha verse is also pure. That's what the meaning of this passage spoken by Sakyamuni Buddha. Actually, these are all about cause and effect, no exception. Many things, like the Dharma, all the Dharma, like tantric Dharma that we practice, is only to purify you. It's not, well, all the Dharmas are just convenience Dharma. Like the tantric Dharma that we practice is to let you chant mantra, So to purify your speech, and then to visualize so that your mind is pure, that your mind is on the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. So you utilize the skillful means or the convenience dharma to purify your body, speech, and mind. So this is also dharma and a convenience dharma. So only when the mind is pure, the Buddha land can be pure. In Tantrayana, we use our desire, our mind to purify ourselves. You purify your own desire. So this is called using greed to cure greed. If you desire wealth, then we teach you to practice the wealth deity practice. So this is using greed to remedy greed. If you desire sex, we can teach you to practice magnetizing dharma. So that you gain love and respect from others, or you love and respect other people. If you love sensual pleasures, if you are greedy for name, it would teach you Dharma practice so that you gain power and authority, like the Buddha with great authority, like Mahastama Prapta Bodhisattva can let you gain great power. So that's utilizing greed to remedy greed. Like this time, the Dharma that I will transmit, the Arya Avalokitesvara, richest person, Dharma to become the richest person. Like in the future, if you don't become a Buddha or you don't go to the Pure Land, if you stay in samsara, you would become the richest person in the world. Then you really want it. There are many richest people and you can perform charity. Yeah, you have so much that you can't use it up. You cannot eat it. You cannot wear it up. And it's more than enough for you to use. And then Rainbow Temple will also hold the Mahotara Heruka Homa fire offering ceremony. So to give you health, Mahotara. Mahotara Heruka's mantra. And that mantra can cure illnesses. So if you all come attend in the future, we don't need any doctors. If you have illness, you cure yourself. At first I thought, why do I need doctors? My Dharma protectors are amazing. And the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas are giving me blessings. But they wanted this drama. They wanted to show this movie. So everything is the best arrangement. And at the end, we cure ourselves. I draw a talisman and take it and I'll be fine. I haven't done it though. Right? I'll just draw a talisman and take it, right? So this illness this time is to let me know that a pure mind is the pure Buddha verse. They let me pure, that I cannot do anything, then I am pure. When you are sick, and then, with diarrhea and you're still counting your money, when you have no energy at all, those are rubbish. Money is garbage. Cash is trash. When you're so sick, do you still want to write books and paint? No, stop. I retire. I'll be a sage. Let's play off word of Chinese. I'll be a jobless. A person. Why? Wouldn't that be good? I'm so old. Why don't I retire? 80. In France, just giving out 2 years, extending for 2 years. Everybody went against it. And I'm not retiring yet. And when I can't do anything at all, then I would become a sage, but which means a play of word, leftover person with nothing to do. That I'm idle and with no worries, no problems, nothing, no cares. That would be good too, because I have no energy, I'm so weak. So I'd become the leftover person or a sage. That would be good too. Everything is the best arrangement. It's time to retire, and yet I don't retire and still dragging on. What for? And in France, they extend by 2 years. Supposed to be what? Used to be 62, now extending by 2 years, 64. And yet they already resist against that. But how about me? I'm 80. I'm still giving Dharma teachings here. I'm the most dumb person in the world. I will quit. A friend by the name of last name Lin, the dad told the daughter, my son elements is lacking the wood element. And the last name, Lin, which is forest, which is like with 2 wood. Yeah, this is all Chinese characters. So the name is Lin Sen Sen. There are 8 woods in this 3 Chinese radicals. I can't do any more than this. But there's a better one. Oh, there's a better name with as many wood as you want. Are you sure? It's good and it's bright. Because the name Lin Sen Sen doesn't sound good. The forestry. So you have as many woods as you can, as you want. That's all for today. Amani Beni Home.